I will cover basic electronics subject. So here I'll discuss about module 2, discussion on SCR topic. In the SCR topic, I'll be covering the topics related to SCR switching action. Here I'll be discuss about SCR and CMOS under module 2. It comes under FET and SCR. FET, we know that it is stand for field effect transistor, and SCR stand for silicon controlled rectifier. Today presentation is on SCR switching action. In the previous slide, just we have taken the topic SCR for a discussion, and from the previous slide we came across, the previous video we came across what are the basic operation and symbol of SCR, and just give an introduction what is SCR switching action. So SCR switching action is nothing but a turning on of SCR and turning off of SCR. So completely we are going to understand SCR turn on and SCR turn off condition and how it is possible. So in SCR switching action, two different types, right? SCR turn on and SCR turn off. So we'll discuss about SCR turn on here. So we'll take discussion for one by one. The first case is SCR turn on. So in SCR turn on, SCR should be in conduction mode. In conduction mode. So in conduction mode we know that both the transistors should be in turn on condition. It should be in conducting mode. Before we go inside the SCR turn on condition, so let us discuss about this SCR circuit here. SCR circuit here, figure A and figure B. SCR is having two transistor model, right? Transistor 1 and transistor 2. Transistor 1 is having emitter 1, base and collector. Since it is a transistor 1, emitter 1, base 1, collector 1. And transistor 2 is having again same polarities, collector, base and emitter. And since it is a transistor 2, this is emitter 2, base 2 and collector 2. Emitter base 2 and sorry, this is not emitter, it's a collector 2, base 2 and emitter 2. Just observing this circuit diagram, I can say that whatever the collector current C1, the same as B2 because short circuited. So whatever C1 is there, which is equal to B2. This is one condition. The second condition is what? Whatever B1, whatever the current across the base of transistor 1, that is IB1, which is equal to the collector current of transistor 2, because again the same reason they are short circuited, there is no resistance in between. So this we should remember always here. Now so let us read out the point 1. So that let us read out the point 1 here. So let a positive voltage VB applied to the E1. Where is E1? SE1 here. Positive voltage. So this is positive voltage E1. And the cathode E2. So where is cathode E2? Yes, cathode E2. and the gate G, both are grounded as shown in the figure. So this two transistor model is what actually? It is equivalent circuit of, okay, SCR, anode, gate, cathode. Anode in the sense what? E1, and the gate is what? Between the base and between the collector of transistor 1 and base 2 of base 2 of transistor 2, and cathode is what? E2. Okay, E2. Now, so let a positive voltage V be applied to the E1. So where is E1? Yes, E1 is here. So V is what? Positive voltage. And the cathode E2, where is E2? Yes, E2 is here. And the gate B, okay, this is gate, okay, this is gate B, both are grounded. Okay, two things are grounded, one is gate and another one is emitter 2. Yes, this is grounded and this is also grounded. So this is shown in the figure A. As Vg is equal to Vb to 0, the transistor T1 is turned off. So since Vg is equal to 0, okay, so this Vg is what? It is 0. Transistor T1 is become turned off. Okay, how this is possible? So we can understand from the third point. It means that collector base CB, junction of transistor 2, okay, C2 and B2, CB junction of transistor T2 through, because of this C2 and B2, so emitter and base junction of transistor T1 is reverse biased. So emitter 1 and base junction of transistor T1 is reverse biased. Okay, so this one is reverse biased, and we know that in reverse biased, so very small current, that is due to the reverse biased current, that is due to the reverse biased current, and that is very small, okay, very small current, so that is in a negligible order, so that we can understand. So therefore IB1, so in reverse biased condition, whatever the current we are getting, so that is due to the minority charge carriers, okay, that is due to the minority charge carriers, that is ICO, okay, that is ICO, and that we can observe across the IB1, okay, so that is across the IB1, and small, and that IB1 or IC0 is not enough to turn on the transistor T1, okay, transistor T1. So that reverse biased condition, during that reverse biased condition, due to that small leakage current, so whatever it is generated is not enough to turn on transistor T1, okay, so transistor T1 is a turn off condition. So due to that transistor T1 is turn off, transistor T2 is also in turn off condition, so it is not going to conduct. So moving on to the next point. Thus both transistor T1 and T2 are turn off So anode current IA and IB1 IC0 is in negligible order. Okay, negligible order. So it means that SCR is in turn off state, and that is the switch off between the anode E1 and anode E2 is open. Okay, so both transistor T1 is the transistor T1 and transistor T2 is in turn off condition. So SCR is not going to conduct. It is like something like, okay, open circuit, and it is not going to conduct. Okay, but our intention is what? Our intention is what? Here we want to make SCR is turn on condition, right? Turn on condition. Please remember, here we want to turn on. So here, after all this discussion, we came to know that when Vg is equal to 0, it is not possible to conduct. So both transistor T1 and T2 is become what? Turn off condition, right? So this gate voltage should be, okay, other than 0 voltage. So then only we can make T1 and T2 to be conduct and SCR in turn on condition. So this is like prerequisite condition that, okay, prerequisite condition saying that, so Vg should not be in 0 voltage. It should be other than 0 voltage. Okay, so here after all this discussion we came to know that Vg should not be 0 voltage. If Vg is become 0 voltage, T1 should be turn off and T2 also turn off. So we should not make Vg condition as a 0 voltage. So it should be some voltage, positive or negative voltage. We'll discuss that later. So in the previous slide discussion, we came to know that so when it is not possible to SCR turn on, okay. So when it is not possible to turn on, when Vg is not equal to 0, right? So if we are not set Vg is not equal to 0, so then only we came to know that okay, so then only we know that transistor T1 is in turn on condition, transistor T2 is also turn on condition. If Vg is equal to 0 with this condition, both transistor T1 and T2 is turn off. So SCR is a non-conducting mode and it is not going to give any output. Okay, so that we should remember always. And before that, okay, so let me tell about, okay, whatever emitter current which is equal to the collector current, I see, with some multiplication factor. Okay, with some multiplication factor. Here some multiplication factor, so let me consider as a x. This we should know. This is the first thing we should know. And second thing is what? Vg should not 0 voltage. If it is 0 voltage, T1 and T2 has become reverse biased. That we have learnt in the previous slide discussion. So now let a voltage plus Vg. So because of that reason, when we want to make the SCR turn on, we are not making that Vg is equal to 0 voltage. We are setting 0 voltage to some positive voltage be applied at the gate as shown in the figure. Okay, so in this figure actually we are showing Vg is equal to 0 voltage, but it is actually what? Plus some voltage. And one more thing we should remember, that whatever the gate voltage, okay, whatever the gate voltage Vg we are giving here, that is directly proportional to the voltage that is built between the base and emitter of transistor 2. Okay, transistor 2 BB2. Okay, so whatever the voltage we are giving, that is equivalent to VB2. Okay, VB2. E2. So this is we should know. So now as VB2 is equal to VG, okay, whatever plus voltage we are setting at the gate, that is directly proportional to VB2, on making VG sufficiently large, VB2. So because of this plus VG, okay, so current at the base is okay, current at the base of transistor 2 is what? IB2. Okay, here is what? IB, IB2, IB2, IB2 will cause T2 to turn on. Okay, so when I say we are getting base current IB2, transistor T2 is what? Turn on. Transistor T1 is what? Turn on condition. So IB2 will cause what? T2 to turn on. Okay, T2 to turn on, and the collector IC2 becomes large enough. So when we are getting base current at the transistor 2 here, and the emitter current is obviously will get, and since IB2 is large, IC2 is also large. Okay, and basically what we know that emitter current is equivalent to collector current. Yes or no? This is emitter current, E2 is equivalent to collector current IC2. So when IB2 is large means what? IE2 is also large, and IC2 is large means what? IC2 is also large. And with this connection, base of transistor T1 is short circuited with the collector current of transistor T1. So IB1 is what? Which is equivalent to IC2. So which means that we are able to get the large enough current across the base of transistor T1, that is IB1. As IB1 which is equal to IC2, is equal to IC2 because of short circuited. So that we should not forget, forget here, IC2. T2 turn on causing a large collector current, T2 turn on causing a large collector current, IC1, so which is because of IA is equal to IC1 to flow. Okay, so we have to just analyze here. So again the concept is similar. When IB1 is large because of IC2 is large, because short circuited, we know that emitter current is almost equivalent to collector current, right, by neglecting IB. So from here just observe the sentence here. T2 turn on and causing a large current, IC1. So where is IC1? IC1 is here. So we know that emitter current is almost equal to the collector current, right? So whatever the collector current we are getting here, which is almost equal to the emitter, emitter current is what? IE1. That's what. And this IE1 is what? Current at the anode, IC1. So which is almost equal to the which is equal to the anode current. So indirectly we can say that IE1 IE1 is more to flow. So this is in turn increasing IB2. So again, when IC1 is increases, IB2 is also increases. So which causing a turn on time of SCR is typically 0.1 to 1, okay, 1 microsecond. It takes very small amount of time to make SCR as a turn on. However, for high power devices in the range of 100 to 400 amps, okay, turn on time is 10 to 25 microsecond. So it is very simple to understand is here what. So when we are giving a voltage at the gate as a 0 voltage, so it is not going to turn on. So it is going, it retains it as a turn off condition. And when we set VG, a gate voltage is more than 0 voltage or a threshold voltage. T2 is also become forward bias condition, and T1 is also become forward condition. So in that way, so because of transistor T2 and T1 has become forward bias condition, because of this reason T1 and T2 is turned on. So when T1 and T2 is turned on, obviously T1 and T2, since they are exist in the SCR, they are going to conduct, okay, some amount of current across the SCR. So this we should know. This we have to understand here, okay. So this is very important to understand. So discussion is over with the switching action. The first case is the SCR turn on, and the second case is SCR turn off. We have completed with the SCR turn on condition, and we are moving towards the SCR turn off, okay. So now how to make that, okay, SCR into the turn off condition. And we have already know that when VG is equal to 0 voltage, it is not going to conduct, right? It is not going to conduct. So somehow we want to make VG as equal to 0 voltage. So that we will understand here. So look at the points we have mentioned here. When the gate returns to 0 voltage after a trigger pulse is removed, the SCR cannot turn off. It says the forward conduction region. Okay, so it says that forward conduction region. The turn off mechanism is called as a commutation. So the process of turn off condition is okay, basically what we defined as a commutation. It's a very important topic for the discussion, or we have to remember always. Commutation is nothing but the process of we are turning off SCR. Can be achieved in two ways. Okay, you want to make SCR as a turn off in the sense what we want to make, okay, both the transistor and reverse biased condition in some way. So there are two different types: natural commutation and forced commutation. We'll look after one by one. Okay, natural commutation. When the source that feeds the current to anode of SCR is such that it naturally passes through 0, the SCR will turn off at the current 0. So this is the case when SCR is fed from AC source. In this situation, the commutation is known as a line commutation. And this is very simple to understand that from the beginning, or the title is what? Natural commutation and forced commutation. So natural commutation is what? So SCR is going to turn off very naturally. So based on what type of input we are giving. So just observe that and assume that we are giving, okay, so some analog signals is having what? The structure is like 0 voltage, 0 voltage, 0 voltage, 0 voltage, okay, 0 voltage and 0 voltage here. It is going to cross some 0 voltage it is going to cross zero voltage at certain value. And we know that when we are giving a zero voltage to the gate, so obviously it makes the SCR turn off, right? And when the voltage at the gate is greater than zero voltage, or it is greater than the threshold voltage, it makes the SCR to be fall in turn on condition or a conduction mode. But in case of when we are not giving a static voltage at the gate, and when we are given some input voltage like a sinusoidal signal, so it is always going to cross some zero voltage after each particular interval of time. Okay, so when it crosses the zero voltage, obviously, so SCR is going to turn off. So it happens very naturally when we are giving voltage to the gate as a sinusoidal signal. Coming to the second point, this is the case when the SCR is fed from the AC source. Yes, this is AC source, right? This is AC source, analog circuit. The principle is drawn in the figure, in the below figure. Okay, so that is in the next figure. So when the SCR is conduction mode or on, IB is equal to 0, and when the transistor is off, it is almost open circuit. So this is all about how we can make the SCR in a turn on condition by conducting SCR in a conduction mode. To turn off the SCR, a positive IB pulse of magnitude large enough to drive the transistor into saturation is applied to the transistor base. So when IB is equal to 0, we understood that some 0 milliamps, we understood that. So this transistor T is not going to conduct. This transistor is not going to conduct, and it makes this open circuit. This portion is open circuit, and we know that in open circuit, so there is no current flow. Current flow, there is no chance of current flow. So if we divide the circuit into 2 parts, so in one side we have only SCR, in other side we have this voltage source and this transistor. And in any circuit, we know that if circuit path is open circuit, so there is no current. So this is part 2, circuit part 2. So this part, the circuit part, is not going to play its role, because of IB is equal to 0 milliamps, and we have a voltage here which is between anode and cathode. Also we have triggering pulse gate, and since because of this triggering pulse and voltage, SCR is going to conduct, and it start providing some current in this direction between anode and cathode. So this current is what? High. So SCR is turned on. Now let us assume a current across the SCR is 2 milliamps. So now we want to make SCR to be turn off condition means what? In other side, from circuit part 2, we make current to be flow in opposite direction, and its magnitude is almost what? Equal to this 2 milliamps. Since this current, both the currents, this direction and this direction is opposite and having same magnitude, 2 milliamps here and 2 milliamps here, current across the SCR is what? 0. So in this way we are making SCR to be fall in turned off condition. Okay, turned off condition. So how it is possible? And one way we know that, okay, or another in a discussion we know that when IB is equal to 0 milliamps, it is going to, okay, make this transistor to be open circuit. In open circuit there is no current, so there is no chance of current like 2 milliamps to be flow. So now coming to the first point, so what before that, so what we understood, IB should not 0 milliamps. Okay, so IB should be what? IB pulse, okay, in the first statement, IB pulse of magnitude large enough to drive transistor into saturation. Okay, this transistor should be in saturation mode. Okay, so we want to make that transistor to be saturation mode, means we should have large enough of IB current. Okay, so that is very important to understand. So this IB is not okay 0 milliamps, it should be other than 0 milliamps. The transistor acts almost like short circuit. Okay, so this causes flow of very large IF, okay, through the SCR in the opposite direction to its conduction mode. Okay, in order to make SCR to be turn off means what? Transistor must acts as, okay, short circuit. Before it is open circuit, short circuit. Okay, here this should be short circuit or closed circuit. The cause, so in this short circuit, so this causes flow of very large current. Okay, here if it is short circuit, this current will flow in this direction, and this current magnitude should be equal to 2 milliamps. So both these current direction is in opposite direction, so it nullifies the current across the SCR. Second point, the total SCR current reduces to 0 in very short time, causing it to turn off. So because of this reason, SCR condition or SCR, it makes the SCR to be turn off condition in very short time. Okay, turn on and turn off condition, it is in very short time. Okay, or the making of turn off condition, okay, it takes very short time. Third point, the transistor has to withstand very large current but for a short time. Okay, so the transistor has to withstand very large current but for a very short time. Okay, so turn on and turn off condition is like very short time, and okay, example is given. Turn off time of an SCR is typically 5 to 30 microsecond. Okay, so within a fraction of time, okay, SCR is going to be turned off. For example, 5 to 30 microsecond. Okay, here, so that we can understand from this figure B. Okay, here turn on condition. In turn on condition, what is the IB value? IB value is what? Is 0 milliamps. And in turn off condition, IB value is what? Some positive. Okay, IB value we should give large enough to be here. IB value should large enough to drive the transistor into saturation. Okay, it should have some positive value such that the transistor, okay, this transistor should be in saturation mode. So the turn on condition and turn off condition is it happens in very short time. Okay, so overall the discussion, so what we should understand here, SCR previously okay, is in turn on condition having some current across the SCR, and we want to nullify that SCR, we want to nullify that current across the SCR. So that is possible because of this voltage source and transistor. And when SCR is a turn on condition, okay, IB is 0. So we want to make SCR to be turn off forcefully because it is a forced commutation. we should give some current, IB current, some positive current other than 0 milliamps, and because of that reason this transistor should be large enough to drive the drive and makes it in short circuit, and it provides the current in opposite direction to the current across the SCR previously, and the magnitude is almost equal to the same as the previous current across the SCR. So that is very important to understand.